In a noisy, cheerful city where rickshaws honked like impatient ducks and tea stalls steamed all day long, stood a lively two-story house. It belongs to Kunj and Gunja's family, who had recently returned to their hometown because of their father's latest job posting. Their home was a colorful kingdom of comfort. The sofa could put anyone to sleep in seconds, while the TV flickered as if it was nervous about what program might come next. The kitchen was my empire. The air was always full of wonderful smells, cumin, turmeric, and the magical fragrance of frying snacks. But the most exciting place was the balcony. From there, Kunj and Gunja could see a yard where a big heap of sand lay, waiting for some construction. To adults, it was building material. To children, it was Mount Everest. And the two greatest climbers of the place were 6-year-old Kunj, the self-appointed king of mischief, and his loyal 4-year-old assistant, Gunja. It was Saturday afternoon, school was closed, homework was forgotten, and the ceiling fan above the dining table wobbled so much that it looked like it might fly away at any moment. Kunj and Gunja were eating rice and dal, or at least they were trying to. Half the rice was reaching their mouths, the other half was exploring the table, the floor, and occasionally the walls. Kunj suddenly puffed up his chest like a professor about to give a lecture. Kunj's International Science Conference will now begin, he announced proudly. Gunja blinked. What is a conference? He asked. It is when smart people explain things, Kunj said importantly. And I am learning science now. Gunja's eyes widened. Science? She repeated slowly, as if it might explode. Yes, Kunj declared. Science explains everything in the whole world. Gunja leaned forward, her pigtails bouncing like curious antenna. Then explain this, she said, holding up her fingers covered with sticky rice. Why are my fingers like this? Kunja smiled, like a genius who had been waiting for exactly this question. Simple, he said. Science. Gunja waited. What science? She asked. Kunj cleared his throat. You see, our fingers are like this because we eat rice. Gunja stared at him. Rice makes finger bend? She asked slowly. Yes, Kunj said confidently. Gunja tested her fingers carefully. They bend even before eating rice, she said. Kunja waved his hand. That is because you ate rice yesterday. Gunja's eyes narrowed. Something about this sounded suspicious. Not willing to lose argument, Kunj quickly changed the topic. Also, he continued, science says the sky is blue. Gunja nodded. That is true. Yes, Kunj said wisely, because someone painted it. Gunja gasped. Painted the sky? Yes, Kunj said, now inventing rapidly. Long ago. Who painted it? Kunja asked eagerly. Kunj paused. His brain searched desperately. God, he finally said, with a giant brush. Gunja imagined a huge ladder reaching the clouds and burst into giggles. So when it rains, she said, is the paint washing? Kunj froze. That is advanced science, he replied. Gunja suddenly had an idea. If rice makes finger bend, she said thoughtfully, then dal must do something too. What? Kunja asked suspiciously. Gunja dipped her finger into a dal bowl. Maybe dal makes fingers yellow. She proudly showed her yellow finger. Kunj looked impressed. That is correct, he said seriously. Very scientific. Gunja dipped both hands now. Now I have double science. Kunj stared. The table looked like a tiny food cyclone had passed through it. Rice everywhere, dal everywhere, scientific cues everywhere. Just then, Ma walked into the dining room. She stopped. She looked at the table, then at Gunja, then at Kunj, then back at the table. What, she asked slowly, is happening here? Kunj straightened proudly. Science experiment, he said. Gunja nodded. Advanced science. Ma sighed. Wonderful, she said dryly. Then the first scientific rule is both children leaned forward. What, they asked. Ma smiled. Scientists clean their own laboratory. Kunj and Gunja looked at each other without another word. They ran straight to the balcony, straight to the sand pile, because every great scientist knows when the experiment gets messy, it is time to start another experiment somewhere else.